Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see, this is episode 30, a channel news update. Oh, actually had a pretty productive weekend. Even though I was kind of sick for most of the weekend, on Saturday, had probably one of the best gaming experiences I've had in quite some time. Certainly with Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Um, all the times in the past that I've played 5e, which is actually very limited, I've probably only played it about 3 times prior to this past Saturday. Uh, I've always played 5e in a different, well, I would say, a non Dungeons and Dragons setting. So this past weekend, I I had finally linked up with a group of players from the March of Annihilation community on Facebook, and joined up a group as a as a player character. So that's another big difference for myself is that I'm generally the game master of whatever games I'm playing. I very rarely get the opportunity to play as a player, and so I got to break out my dwarven barbarian for the first time. And originally he was rolled as a as a level 1, and never got around to actually playing him as a level 1 character. And so I had to level up this character to level 7. And the experience was absolutely awesome. Um, I give big shout out to our dungeon master Jill. She did a great job of you know just having the patience and putting together the group. We only had 3 players join in. It was Ian, Christopher, and myself. We were holding out for another player or two, but we decided to go forward with the party of 3. And I mean, it was a 6-hour long game session. So we went from I think we started around 4 o'clock, and we went straight through to sometimes slightly after 10 p.m. Eastern time, and just an amazing experience. We were in the Forgotten Realms, and we actually managed to kill a named dragon turtle in the final combat that we were you know engaged in. And I know we threw a lot of monkey wrenches in for our dungeon master. She wasn't quite expecting some of the decisions that we had made, and it was really quite shocking that that 2 out of the 3 of us, unfortunately, Ian's wizard was killed and eaten by sharks. So there was no way of recovering him, recovering his body for any other thing. And since it's the March of Annihilation, we wouldn't have been able to resurrect him anyhow, because all resurrection is turned off in this particular campaign setting. So but it was a phenomenal experience. I was able to survive it, hit the final killing blow on the dragon turtle, and recover Christopher's character's body, and revive him, give him some healing potion to revive him before he had died. And it was just really a fun and great experience meeting 3 new players. So we had a good time, and I'm looking forward to playing with those individuals again, either in a continuation of Jill's campaign, or you know potentially running, someday running as a dungeon master myself. Something with that group of players would be great as well. So So that was the kickoff of my weekend, beginning on Saturday. Then, the second part, Sunday, I was running through four against darkness, and I did a video, which was the previous video to this one, and as I was kind of going through the game, fairly cold. I mean, I didn't even thoroughly read through the rule book, and so I had stumbled into a full party wipe in a solitaire dungeon game. So that's kind of funny in and of itself that I just blundered my way through and ended up having all the characters killed off, mostly due to my just lack of reading. Probably two sentences in the entire book that I had missed or skimmed past, over, and it just didn't register. And so it was a fun experience to actually go through and you know see how dangerous the game can be if you don't, as simple as it is, if you don't follow all the rules, you can make it really quite difficult to survive. And so I'm actually homesick today from work, so I decided to, as I'm trying to recover, run through a second run, and so that video is up and ready for upload immediately following this one. So Far Against Darkness, a lot of fun playing it. A solitaire dungeon delving game. I highly recommend it, and it certainly did salvage the second half of my weekend, and certainly my Monday morning being homesick. It was certainly a good use of about an hour and a half of my time. So now that I'm more familiar with it, that they'll run much smoother. And some other news, some other channel news. I, there's been a lot of talk in this past week and a half or so about RPG Net and how that gaming forum has decided to interject into itself some political policies that that potentially will turn off some people from looking to attend there. And it got me thinking that I've been playing games online for going on 20 years or so, and gaming forums are something that I've been very, very familiar with, both running and participating in. And a traditional forum, you know, has many advantages to it as far as being able to track and follow, um, a particular storyline or a particular stream of discussion that you don't so much get on other social media forms such as Facebook, or G Plus was actually really quite terrible in keeping that kind of thing together. So and the the format and structure of the more traditional forum or message board, I actually enjoy that much more, for what it does. And so I've launched actually repurposed an older forum that I had, going back to Pathfinder Online. And so I've repurposed it to be Unscripted and Unchained, RPG review community. And so I will link that on here. Currently, there's nobody else on it. So if you're interested in getting in on a brand new traditional forum for RPG discussions, that website is up, and it's currently free. So it will currently have commercials, but if it does build up over time, I'll consider, eliminating those advertisements and just going on a subscription based. But in the meantime, if you're, looking for a place to go where, it's free RPG discussion without any of the politics. Just like my channel here, I've really made an effort to avoid discussing any kind of politics unless it's directly related to RPG gaming. And so, there I intend for that site to be very similar in that, like this site and like my Facebook page, on Screen Gaming, um, we basically have not discussed any political, goings on any of the channels that I either run or frequently visit. So once again, thank you for joining in. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, please hit like. If you have any comments that you want to leave, especially on these channel news videos that I put up there, if you have something that you want me to take a look at, please leave a comment and I will, certainly give it a look at. If you're, running your own Facebook page or I'm sorry, YouTube channel, and it's gaming related and you want me to take a look at it, just leave a comment there. I always reciprocate. So I always, if I see somebody leave a comment or, or a thumbs up or anything on my channel, I, subscribe to their channel and, hit the alert so that I can, follow along and see when you're updating new things. I think I'm following some 200 plus channels at this point. So, when I don't always get time to get to all of them on a regular basis, anytime a comment is left, I also comment back and, give you the same traffic, on your channel as you've given to mine. So, once again, thanks for joining in, and I hope you have a good remainder of the week. I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime in the near future. Have a good afternoon.